When I was a kid, I played a lot of softball. I loved it. I loved being out there on the field, feeling the rhythm of the game, and building camaraderie with my teammates. But one tournament in particular taught me something profound about teamwork, confidence, and how we show up for each other, even when we're not at our best. You see, it was the end of a great season, and I remember our pitcher. She was one of the best I'd ever played with. When she was on, she was untouchable. But there was one problem. Sometimes she lacked a little bit of confidence. And if you know anything about being a pitcher, softball or baseball, you know that if you lose your confidence on the mound, you lose your control. Your mechanics start to fall apart, and the ball doesn't go where you need it to go. And the worst part is, when a pitcher can't throw strikes, the whole team suffers. So there we were, in the middle of a game, and I could see it happening. She was starting to lose her rhythm. The innings were starting to drag on. We were up by a few runs, but you could feel the frustration mounting. As a team, we needed to get her back on track. But how? What do you do when someone's struggling with confidence and the whole game seems to be slipping away? It took me a little bit, but I remember walking up to the pitcher and calling a timeout. I asked the umpire for a quick break and turned to my catcher, and I told him to back off. And I just stood there, looking at her, and I said this: "Hey, look, I practice defense for hours every single week. Please, just throw the ball anywhere in the strike zone. It doesn't need to be fast or perfect. It just needs to get there. And we'll take care of the rest." And then I walked away. I didn't look back. I didn't say anything else. I just needed her to hear that we had her back. We just needed her to trust us, even when she wasn't feeling like her best self. And the amazing part, she did it. She threw the ball into the strike zone. Not as fast as usual, not with her best stuff, but right down the middle. And guess what? We started playing defense like nobody's business. We fielded everything. Ground balls, line drives, pop-ups, you name it. We took care of her. And at the end of the game, she came over to me and said, "Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I needed to hear exactly that. You guys had my back. It wasn't all on my shoulders." And that was the moment I understood. Teamwork isn't just about performing at your very best all the time. It's about showing up for your teammates, especially when they need you most. Here's the truth. In life, whether in business, in our families, or in any group we're a part of, we're going to have days where we're not our best. We're going to face moments where our confidence is shaken, our ability to deliver feels off, and we just don't have the energy to be at the top of our game. And in those moments, the team's job is not to judge or abandon us. The team's job is to lift us up. Just like in that softball game, the second baseman's job wasn't just to catch ground balls. My job was to encourage my pitcher, to remind her of her strength, and to let her know, even on her worst day, we were ready to step up for her. We were not going to leave her to figure it all out on her own. And that's how life works too. Sometimes you just have to do your job, even if it's the bare minimum. If you're having an off day, show up and do what you can. Throw the ball in the strike zone, even if you don't have the power or the speed you'd like, because when you do, your teammates will take care of the rest. This concept goes beyond softball. It applies to work and family and relationships. Think about it. We all have days when we feel like we're struggling to keep up, just keeping your head above water. Whether it's work pressures or personal issues, or you just feel a little bit burned out. But here's the secret. Your team, they're going to take care of you. If you're willing to show up, do your part, and trust them to pick up the slack. Now, I get it. In a world that values individual success and achievement, it's easy to get caught up in wanting to be perfect all the time. We want to be the one who delivers the fastballs, the one who strikes out everyone. But sometimes, the real power is just in showing up for the people around you, even when you don't feel like you have much to give. Because in a strong team, no one is ever really alone. Everyone's job is to make the team better, especially when one person is having an off day. So today, I want to leave you with this. If you're feeling great, go ahead and throw fastballs. Make the plays. Shine like the star you are. But if you're having an off day, if you're struggling to find your rhythm, do the bare minimum and trust that your team will pick up the slack. They're there for you. And when it's their turn to struggle, you'll be there for them. Because at the end of the day, teamwork isn't about being perfect every time. It's about knowing you can count on the people around you and knowing they can count on you. When we all show up, no matter our mood, our energy, or our confidence level, amazing things happen. And just like that softball game, where we ended up winning the whole entire tournament, we can win at life too, but only if we remember that we're in this together. And sometimes that means knowing when to be the pitcher and when to be the second baseman, lifting each other up when it counts most.